Good morning, Spiritual Life Center. Welcome to the SLC Sunday Experience. Your soul is welcome here, and you are in the right place at the right time. We're welcoming Denise Anye to the platform today. Soul-like connection.
Yes, my soul is welcome here. Yes. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm meant to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Your soul is welcome here. Your soul is welcome here.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm meant to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm meant to be. I'm in the right place at the here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul, my soul, my soul, my soul. My soul is welcome here. My soul, my soul, my soul. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Our souls are welcome here. Good morning. Good morning. Morning, Patty. Just wanted to let you all know Reverend James is in, as I was just told, Narlands, not New Orleans, but Narlands. There's a gentleman there that he mentored for, I guess, a few years, and he's helping the gentleman being installed in his new church. So that is where Reverend James is. So, yes, it's very sweet of him to do that.
And we greet you in the name of all that is good, all that is sacred, and all that is holy, and in the warm and living energy of our community, Spiritual Life Center. Spiritual Life Center honors all people, worshiping in temples, mosques, churches, stone circles, and the beautiful temples of nature, because we know that there is no space that God does not grace. If this is your first time joining us, online or in person, we especially welcome you, because we know no one is here by accident. We are all here by divine appointment. And we really appreciate it if you silence your electronic devices, and please no flash photography during the service.
And now let's just take a moment to center ourselves and take a deep breath and let the outside world drop away during this, 75 minutes that we are here together. So we know that we come together for communion, for connection, for spiritual growth, to expand our consciousness, to open ourselves up to all the different ways that the universe brings light and love and joy and peace into our lives, and to help us to know how to follow our path and have the patience to follow our path. And this is why we come together in this time, in this place, because this is where we can safely open up to all of the wonders of the universe, all of the wonders of spirit. And then as we go out into the world, we take those wonders with us and we spread them And the people that pick up some of those wonders, they take them out even further. And it is a beautiful wave of light and love and peace and joy. And we're so very grateful to be part of that wave. And I say thank you, God. Amen. The Spiritual Life Center has a special mission, and we say this together every week. To transform lives, to make a positive difference in the world as we love, serve, and remember. And we carry out that mission through the practice of the 5 unity principles, which we also say together each week to help us embody them. And when we embody them, they work better in our lives. And of course, we can also carry them out into the world. Let's say these together. God is absolute good and everywhere present. People are inherently good. Thoughts create our experiences. Prayer and meditation are how we connect with God, and we must take action.
And the action we're going to take now is to talk about our Wow Wednesday. This Wednesday, on October 30th, we will have a community meal only, which begins at 6 o'clock. And we are asking people now for the Wow meals to please RSVP. This way, our volunteers that are making the food for us can have a better idea and judge how much to make, because we want to make sure we have enough, and we don't want to have way too much so anything goes to waste. And of course, no one will be turned away. You can sign up online or come to the hub to sign up. We'd love to see you there on Wednesday. It's always a great time.
How many people were at the cabaret Friday night? It absolutely was a howling good time.
You had to say it.
It was amazing. And I want to just thank everybody who participated. Paula, you brought together such an amazing group of people, and the order in which you arranged them, I'm in awe. It was so much fun. And, all of the people who performed, all of the volunteers, Patty for herding the cats, and Tom and Judy Chrisman were the ones who provided that amazing food. So thank you for Tom and Chrisman, Tom and Judy. So it was a really, really good. It's one of the best cabarets I think we've had. So thank you, everyone.
And this coming up, we have a fall-winter calendar, which you can come get at the hub. Always everything that we have is online as well. Coming up next is our come to the table Thanksgiving communion. And it's going to be the week before Thanksgiving. We found that works well for people that aren't rushed the night before to make food for their own family. So please join us on Wednesday, November 20th at 7 o'clock for Thanksgiving communion. And then following that would be our Advent Spiral, which is a wonderful, magical, spiritual time. The Advent Spiral is just a wonderful ceremony, and that will be December 11th at 7 o'clock. And then we have something fun, Christmas karaoke. That will be on December 18th at 7 o'clock. And it should be a great time. I've never been to a karaoke here. I don't know if we've ever done it.
I think this is our first, isn't it?
Okay, so.
Probably not. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it should be
Been
a
a while.
great time. So I hope to see you at all 3 of those events. It should be great.
And then we have the haunted house that is in the other building. Be sure and take a tour through the haunted house. Today is the last day you can do that. And of course, the love offering over there supports the YOU Rally sponsorships. So go check it out, because they're taking it down after service today.
Oh, the gala auction has been extended 1 week. It will end next Sunday at 12:45. There's a lot of different things in there, and I've noticed that there's been some activity, so people are outbidding other people. And there's a few lonely items that haven't had a bid yet, so you can look online or check it out in person here. It's in the chapel if you're here in person. I'm telling you that some of the pictures, especially on the pottery and the paintings, well, just everything, the pictures don't do it justice. So since you're here, go check it out, because it might encourage you to make a bid on some of the items that we have.
And now Paula has the center update.
Hi.
So from time to time, we like to give you a little update on things that are happening today. We're going to give you a little peek behind the scenes of the evolution of our audio-visual team. And so it has been 1 year since Ira stepped away from that. So for a lot of years, the team was basically Cameron and Ira. And then we started, we were thrust into the whole video production thing when COVID hit. And from that stemmed this production team, which includes myself, Deborah, and Cameron. And recently, Dominique has joined that team. Yes. We meet every Monday morning prior to the staff meeting, and we do a debrief of the video and technical things, and just make sure that, clean everything up, whatever we need to do, talk about to have a smooth runnings, basically. So I also want to introduce our PowerPoint pilot team. That's what we call them. And that is led up by Christina Plessis, and on that team is Naomi Monders, Betty Jo Splendorio, and Randy Sizemore. And this is a mighty volunteer team. They volunteer their time to come and run the PowerPoint at services. So big shout out to the PowerPoint pilots. And then our audiovisual team has expanded by necessity. So Cameron is still with us, as you know, and Jesse has joined the team, Jesse Zabo. Lucas Montgomery has come to us from the youth ministry, and he is currently doing video, and he is also in school for learning audio technician, and so we hope to have him cross-trained soon into the audio so that we will have 3 cross-trained members of the audio-visual team, which we absolutely need. There's always 2 in the booth, so.
I think they have the shot ready this time.
Oh.
Do you have the shot ready this time?
No.
Oh,
there's a
you
no
let
to
me
that.
Down.
He was going to try to pivot the camera over there, but they're in the dark. So. And also, on the production team, on the audiovisual team, Laree, we discovered during COVID that she was making beautiful music videos. Do you remember those? And so we learned that she has pretty good skills with video editing. So now she is on our team, and she edits. For example, the gala has been edited. We recorded it. We don't live stream our ticketed events, but we do want other people to have the opportunity to see them. So we cleaned them up. Cameron cleaned up the audio. Larry cleaned up the visual, and it will be up on the website next week. So, and we will do the same with the cabaret also. We'll keep you posted on that. And she also does the podcast, so she extracts the talk and it becomes a podcast. So that's the work Larry is doing on the audiovisual team. And Dominique, who didn't get his whole name on this slide because it just didn't fit.
It's alphabet soup, it's fine.
It just couldn't fit. So one of the big holes that we had as we were, reassembling ourselves during this past year was the management of the YouTube channel. And so I'm going to turn this over to Dominique, and he's going to tell you about what he's up to there.
Good morning. Good morning. We had some fun on Friday, huh? Yeah. I'm still picking bits of neck out of my teeth. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I've been working on the YouTube page, and we have a screenshot here of what you can find on every Sunday service. This is from last week. This is the part where James is, getting everyone ready to connect with each other. And if you look on the bottom, there is a yellow box, and in there it says connection, and it says the name of the song that we play. And that is the section of the service. And if you click on that, it brings up the menu that you see on the right side there, where it has every single section of the service all listed into chapters. So, and also if you go into the description box, it'll show all of the timestamps and everything. And so if for some reason, which you'd have a very good reason, if you want to go back and rewatch anything that we've ever done here, you can go back, and I think for the last 2 or 3 months, they all have these chapters all organized to where you can, if you want to hear the meditation, if you want to hear the postlude, if you want to hear a specific song, you can go through and look for it and find it there. Yes, and so it's pretty nice. And so we also have all of the Sunday services put into a playlist, and we have a few different playlists. Go ahead and advance the slide there. So this one, this is a thumbnail from the music ministry playlist. We have all of the, well, not all of them, but a lot of the songs that we do. Does Larry do the editing for those, and then you upload them?
Yes.
Yeah, and right. So if you want to, let's say it's a Saturday afternoon and you're doing the dishes and you just want to hear some good old SLC music, you can just put on the playlist and just let it go. And I believe you can also randomize the playlist. So let's say you want to hear something from maybe 4 years ago or something from last week. If it's a Sunday service or whatever, you can go in, start the playlist, and hit random and just kind of let it go. Yes. Can you download this song? I don't think so. I think they are strictly online only for now. That's something we should look into, though.
We could look into
that.
That might be a copyright issue. But
yeah. Oh, that's true. That's true.
What I wanted to say is you can also just go in the URL and put in SLC Music Ministry and get the music ministry playlist.
Yes.
Yes.
And if you could advance the slide, please. There's also a playlist for meditations. Yes, which we're in the process of getting all of these cleaned up and updated and trying to remove doubles of videos and things. And if anyone has any suggestions, we are open to that. I'm open to that. Feel free to chat with me, which... It's funny, I'm up here all the time and people say, I didn't even know you had a voice. And so, feel free to come talk to me. Like, I'm approachable. I'm a person. You can come talk to me. Jesse or Cameron, do we have a zoomed out shot that shows the audience right now? Could we show that right now? There's something that Paula actually brought to my attention, and that's... You might see we have some empty seats here, and we want to show the world what it is we're doing here. And when we have the zoomed out shot that shows the stage, it shows these seats that look empty, and we want to have it look not empty because look, there's so many of you here, right? So you can follow the example of RJ here. And we encourage you to come up, and I would say we don't bite, but
but you just said you did bite, so
not hard unless you ask. Yes. Yes.
All right.
So,
okay. We diverge.
Yes. We did. Yes. So we do want to get this message out to the world, and so Deborah towards the end will ask you to interact with those like whatever it is, comment, and if you leave a comment or if you're watching live, you can chat. There's a live chat, and one of them back there will probably be responding to the chat, or if you leave a comment on any future time, I will respond to your comment. So, if you want to chat with me there, you can do that as well. And yeah.
And so I wanted to add also that live streaming our service is a really important aspect of what we do because there are people who cannot get here. I was one of those people for 3 months, and that was my lifeline to SLC. Sitting at home in front, and we have people who have been longtime members and are still financial supporters as far away as Mexico who watch every day and contribute. So it is a very important aspect. And Beverly Bramble also comes to mind. There's many people who watch at home. They have their whole thing is watching at home and having a chat in the chat room. So it is a really important aspect. So we're trying to keep it all alive and thriving. So.
Yeah, and if you want to invite someone here, but they maybe are kind of skeptical, just send them a link to the YouTube. They can check it out from afar, at their own pace, before you eventually drag them here.
So I think that's it. Was that helpful? Did you find that useful? Awesome. All right.
Thank you.
And a reminder, next week we fall back, daylight saving time ends, and so you get to sleep in for another whole hour. For those of you who are early risers and forget that, the coffee will be on, right,
Yes,
Patty?
that's right, yes.
So
14.
remember that, put that on your calendar.
Okay, now remember, there's many opportunities to many opportunities that transfer.
It's written right.
Oh, it's written here. Many activities that foster transformation in your lives. Check out our weekly small groups and other offerings. Everything we have to offer is on our website. If you're here in person, please check out the bulletin board in the courtyard. Come to the hub. We have flyers, and we can chat more about the different offerings we have. So that's it.
Okay, so one of the reasons we come here is to get unconfused. But, you know, we come for so many different reasons. We come for spiritual nourishment. We come for to expand our lives. We come for love. We come for connection. And so there's many ways to be connected, and right now we can take the opportunity to just simply stand and greet each other in the way we are most comfortable.
I trust in God. Let's sing that.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I surrender. I surrender. I am one in the spirit all around me. I surrender. I surrender. I trust in God. I surrender. I am one in the spirit all around me. I surrender. I surrender. I trust in God. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the spirit all around. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I trust in God. I trust in God.
Please be seated.
So we are on week 4 of Faith in Action, and of course, you know, we have our artists who come to give us visual or other interpretations of what they have read in the chapter that they chose. And so, first of all, we're going to have Victor, who's going to do something different. He's going to give us a poem. You're on.
Thank you. Good morning, SLC. I wrote this poem in the first year of the pandemic, a time of great fear and uncertainty. Every system of which we were a part strained to remain cohesive, coherent. From the macrocosm of the geopolitical and natural worlds to the microcosm of community and intimate relationships, the driver of much of the pain created during this time were the words used by the powerful people charged with our care. The belief that we are unchaperoned while trying to make sense of such things can be tempting, but is ultimately an uncreative way of dancing with what is put before us. Poetry in general and the poetry of spiritual mystics in particular have served as nurturing companions for me. Poetry, whether reading other poets or writing my own, is a way of reaching a deeper perspective on things. Words can hurt, but they can also heal. So in the spirit of healing and companionship, I offer these, my words, to you. And this is a poem called Letting Go, a letting go. Every night, a letting go of arguments, unfinished tasks, words unspoken. Letting go of the rope that keeps me at the harbor and the disbelief that I am bound on a more creative voyage where once again, God rearranges my priorities for the following day while I am asleep and cannot get in his way.
Thank you, Victor. That was beautiful and so appropriate. And now Pat Orner has this lovely painting, and she says, this chapter is called The Universe Always Has a Plan. I live my life knowing this to be true. There have been many times in my life where one door closes, and as I live in the unknown, always a new opportunity arises better than the first. My painting is called Masquerade. In it, this lady is looking at herself in the mirror and fantasizing about her life. She is living in the unknown, knowing that the universe has a plan and the best is yet to come. Thank you, Pat.
So now, as we enter into the contemplative portion of our service, I invite you to speak out loud together our vision statement. Spiritual Life Center is a loving, vibrant family that welcomes home all people and accepts everyone, no exceptions, weaving ancient spiritual traditions with emerging wisdom. We cultivate a spiritual deepening with the divine, each other, and our planet. Now we're going to sing this beautiful chant, a reminder of a very essential activity, breathing.
As we move into our time of meditation, let's continue to breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. Taking slow breaths, deep breaths. Feel your body relaxing and softening with each breath. Resting here and noticing your breathing. Allow your breath to find its natural rhythm. You are so loved, you don't even breathe yourself. God is breathing you in this very moment. God is breathing all of creation in this very moment. Breathing life into every cell of your being. Breathing life into all of creation. Continuing to breathe, we settle in as our mind settles down. Moving deeper into that stillness within, we understand the lyrics of that beautiful chant. God is everything, and all there is God. Let that land deep within you. It's all God. We can never be separate from our Creator, our God. If we're feeling alone, get quiet. Take time to be with God. Just as you would take time to get to know a friend better, we take time with God to get to know this feeling of presence, this place of peace and intuition. We make our quiet time with our Creator a priority. And when we do, we are blessed beyond measure. In the midst of all the changes in our bodies, in our lives, in our world, there's a constant within us that doesn't change. The God of our being, the Christ, that is always there and always available to us. And together, we're coming to know and to trust this presence of God that we are. The story of your life and the history of the world are written with the same hand, the hand of God. The universe has a plan. Everything that happens to us, everything, happens to wake us up to the truth of our being, the love that we are. God is there in the midst of it. Our life is God's invitation to awaken. And we are all awakening. We are one in this together. And so we take our brother's hand, we take our sister's hand, and we rise together, being love in the world, being a reminder to anyone who's forgotten their way home. You are here to love. It's all our presence knows. just like the sun's only purpose is to shine, God's purpose is to love through you and through me. As we take a moment in the silence, rest here in the infinite love of your Creator, the infinite love that you are, in the silence. As we go forth into the world, we remember who we are and why we're here. Here we are, God. Love through us. And so it is. Amen.
just thank the Lord.
Thank you, Denise. And people, get ready. The universe always has a plan. I know many of you have actually expressed a lot of appreciation for this book this year. And it's kind of fun because there's some years where people are going, why did you change this book? But those are good years too, because when you're reading something that's challenged, that you have to work through, that brings up a whole other set of questions. But I'm glad that people are having fun with this year. And, I like it too. And at the same time, I found myself sort of chafing at the phrase, the universe has a plan. And I say this because one might take it to mean that the universe, an external force, has a plan for you. And I kind of twitch just saying that because I know from my own life and experience that everything really comes from within. And I knew this early in my life. I had friends who were of a very conservative Christian persuasion, and they would say things like, well, my car didn't start today, I guess Jesus doesn't want me to go shopping. Or, my favorite sweater is dirty, I guess God doesn't want me to wear it today, I'll wear something else. And I would twitch, but I wasn't rude, even in my 20s. I knew enough not to give these people a hard time. There was this one day that the sink in my kitchen stopped up, and just to prove to myself that Jesus didn't necessarily want me sitting around with dirty dishes, I hauled all of my dishes into the bathroom and washed them in the bathtub. It's not easy to wash your dishes in the bathtub. I just want you to know that. I may have told him that. I don't remember, but I tried to be kind about it. Anyway, it wasn't until I got, into the New Thought world a few years later that I understood what was really bothering me about all that. And what it was is those people constantly gave up their power to a perceived outside force. That's what was really going on. Intuitively, I knew that it was not emotionally or spiritually healthy. But it took getting into, this to figure out what it is. So after getting over my personal twitch here today, I turned to the book and I focused on 3 of the concepts. And you know what? It's a short chapter. I thought this is going to be easy. There's so much in that chapter. It's like, what do I choose? So we're going to look at desire, time, and attraction. So how do we attract what we desire? And when will it arrive? Seems to be a primary question for most of us. A few weeks ago, someone came to me, and he showed me, one of those little slips from a fortune cookie, and it said something like, your greatest dream is coming to you now. And he was laughing, and he pointed at it, and he said, can you tell me when this is going to come? So I reached for my phone, and I said, sure, hang on, let me pull up God's calendar. Because when we're ordained, we get access to that. And so we both had a really good laugh, and he went off, and that was fun. But this person was really only asking out loud what most of us are mentally and emotionally saying to ourselves a lot of the time. How is this going to happen? When's it going to happen? Now. And that's because we tend to think that we are completely responsible for making things happen in our lives. And I admit that New Thought teachings, sometimes add to that misconception, because we do have to do our work. So I want to try to sort this out today. We'll see how that goes. So first, there is the desire for something in your life. And most of the time, it's an external thing. That's when we're talking about desires, we're usually talking about the external things, be it things or relationships. And yes, there is that inner spiritual part as well, and we'll talk about that later. But then we get caught up in how to manifest. We get so caught up in the how. So how to manifest that desire, and then we even get more caught up in when will it happen. And here is where we have the opportunity to take the first step back and ask ourselves this question: what is my actual desire? Matt Kahn says, and I love this, he says, a desire is a sneak preview of what is to come. This sneak preview only shows us a little bit. And as we will see later, it also gives us the opportunity to open to a greater vision. For now, though, we have the desire, and we want it now. But we live in the dimension of time, which means that nothing we imagine is instantly manifested, and oh, thank heavens for that. First, we would be inundated with stuff and things, but more importantly, if we got everything that went through our minds, we would ultimately have much that we didn't even want. And see, this is the thing. Most of us don't really know what we want. Not really. If this were a class and we were having a discussion, most of the comments would be about people talking about what they don't want. We're really good at expressing what we don't want. And I bet any one of you could sit down and make a really long list of what you don't want in your life. But if I asked you to write what you do want, the list would probably start out with things like world peace or a solution to homelessness or those kinds of big things. But on a more personal level, it might be a puppy or a kitten or a long vacation. But to get to that, what do you really want deep in your heart? What do you want for you? We're not even taught to look deeply within and discover that about ourselves. That's why you come here. And I have to say, older people, and I'm going to be kind, people like 50 and older. But older people will often say, I don't need much. I don't need anything anymore. I'm fine. I don't need anything else in my life. And that always kind of makes me sad because the truth is that we all have some inner impulse for growth and expansion. It doesn't matter where we are in life. It might mean sitting and reading every book on a certain subject that you've wanted to do for years and now you have the time. Or it could be something else, and I sat here and tried to imagine what that bit might be, and I couldn't come up with it. But just because you're at a certain place in your life doesn't mean you stop. Desire never goes away. And I believe it is vital to our spiritual growth to honor that impulse, that inner impulse. In fact, I think it's our duty. You know, at the gala, we were asked to take a slip of paper and write something that we wanted the younger generation to know. And I wrote, "It's never too late, ever." Which brings us to time. We live in the dimension of time. Time is our friend, but often we treat it as our enemy. I think this is partly because we cannot control time. Not that anybody in this room has any control issues, I know that, I just am mentioning it. It's also because we live in a culture that highly values instant gratification. In fact, our culture is kind of built around it. Time is our friend because, as I said before, it slows things down so that we can think them through. And it's really how we learn. Kahn points out that time provides the opportunity for us to grow, to become mature enough to warrant having what we want. Now, I've mentioned before that there is a little span of time between when I started studying for ministry and my ordination. 35 years. Obviously, a lot happened to me in that time. And I know without a doubt that whatever I bring to my calling now was developed during those years. Could I have done the job at 37? Sure. But I'm really grateful for the way it all came about because I think that I bring a lot more to the table now than I would have been. Did I complain? Sure. There were times, there were several years when I was just going along doing my thing, and there were other times when I would say, and I admit this freely, embarrassingly, I would say, I want to be a minister, but God won't let me. I admit it. But I always really honestly knew better inside, and I just couldn't see the path to get where I wanted to or felt like I should be. The truth is that I did a really, really good job of running from my calling. And I will tell you that most ministers do that as hard as they can for as long as they can and before God gets us and brings us back. But Matt Kahn would also say that the plan all along, that was the plan all along, and that 35 years was my real training. And it was. Sure, I have the training, but that 35 years is what made me the person I am and allows me to do whatever it is I'm doing now. So everything I did during those years feeds me now. Time is a gift. It gives us space to discover who we are and what we want. It also gives us space to step back. And it took a while to learn, that to quell the 3 a.m. awfuls by asking myself, okay, this is awful, and what am I going to do about this? And then I finally started going, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, what can I do about it right now? And the answer, of course, at 3 a.m. is nothing. So let it go. Make peace with time. Work with it instead of against it. And Chant has this beautiful thing. He says, if at this moment I had everything I wanted, I'd feel the same way I do right now. And one day it occurred to me why we have so much trouble staying in the present, staying in the moment. If I'm in pain, physical or emotional, all I want is to be out of pain. In fact, I phrase it as I don't want to be in pain. I don't even say I want to be out of pain. And if I'm in that moment, all there is pain, because in the moment, that's what. And so pain is infinite, because the now is all there is. So if we are uncomfortable, we try to solve it by focusing on what we don't want instead of discovering what we really want. I mean, the immediate want is obviously to become comfortable, but unless we know what we really want or need in our lives, we will move from one discomfort to another, never really feeling satisfied. Which brings us to the law of attraction. We want to attract our desires. We want to manifest the highest and best for ourselves. And the traditional way of talking about the law of attraction, I have to say, lost its appeal to me for a few years ago. And this is because I got a teensy tiny glimmer of quantum physics. And I almost understood that glimmer. Quantum physics is not easy, ladies and gentlemen. But that little glimmer of what I got changed my perception. And I had the realization that when I thought of attracting something into my life, I was always thinking of it was way out there in the universal North 40. And I had to work really hard and like crazy to bring it in and haul it in so it would manifest in my life. That's a lot, and that's a lot of work. And in a real sense, that method is working from a sense of lack, not believing that it's right here. It's over there somewhere, and I have to bring it here. And I have to bring it in from the North 40. But that teeny glimmer of quantum physics said that everything is here right now. It's here in potential. And there are many possibilities for us to choose from. And when we make our choice, that particular potential drops down into reality. Now, this is a super oversimplification that anyone listening who has a better understanding of quantum physics is probably twitching right now. So please forgive me, but that little glimmer shifted my vision completely. It changed how I work. Now, to be clear, all of the New Thought teachers, the early ones, they always taught that what we need and want is right here, right now. But there was also this idea of having to attract it that always made it feel distant for me. I don't know how we all have a different reaction to this stuff. And so for me, it was always like, well, I have to bring it in. I have to do a lot of work. Now I envision this stream of energy that sort of hovers out here in front of me. It's just flowing. And I know all I have to do is reach for it. I don't have to trek out to the pasture anymore. It's right here with me. And so I get to choose. I get to decide what I want. And Chant offers a great example in this chapter when he talks about finding a good parking spot. How many people have used the parking ferry? Yeah. And he says he used to rely on the parking ferry a lot, and a lot of us do too. But now he understands, and this is the difference, the parking spot is always there. We're not looking for the parking spot to manifest, we're looking for it to be available. We want it for ourselves. And it's subtle, I know, but it's a difference. It's there, and we make our way to it. We are always led to the place where we need to be. We're always led to the place or circumstance that will take us to our next level of growth. And it may seem small or insignificant. It might be monumental and shake us to our very core, or it might just feel like everyday life. Be assured that we are accumulating what we need to know for our next steps or the next season of our lives. Does the universe have a set plan for us? I don't see it as being that set. I don't believe in predestination, but I do notice that each one of us, we seem to have a theme for our lives. And it's how I explain certain types of why certain types of circumstances continue to come around for us. It isn't that we don't learn. It's more that there are phases to things. Sort of like if you're in an upward spiral and each time you come around to that spot, you come to it from a higher and more refined perspective. I'm sure most of you have had something happen in your life and you said to yourself, drat, and you probably didn't actually say drat, but anyway, drat. I thought I had learned that and it would go away and I wouldn't have to do it again. And here it is again. Well, when that happens, rather than berating yourself, stop and think and ask yourself some questions. What did it feel like last time? What did I do? Did I react or respond? Did it throw me off my game? And then look at how you are dealing with it this time. 99% of the time, you will see that you have made progress. It's different. You did it a little bit better. And folks, it is not possible to go backwards in spiritual development. It just doesn't happen. You never lose anything you gained. There might be a lull. There might be a long, annoying lull, but you will start up again and you will go forward. And everything you need is here for you. And as you grow and open to possibilities, more of what you want will come into your life. And understand that the only limitations are the ones in our minds. You know, I never expected to be up here doing this. Speaking on Sunday was not something I strove for. It was not part of my consciousness. And yet, as I put one foot in front of another, while complaining that God didn't let me do what I wanted to do, well, here we are. Apparently, I really wanted this. But this is a good example of me not knowing what I really wanted or not admitting what I really wanted. I love this. But I don't know that I could have given myself permission to want it. And it came around anyway. So what can we take from this chapter that many of us have read this week? I made a list. Tune into your desire and honor it. Turn your face to what you do want, even if it seems far-fetched. Feel your desire. It's the feeling that brings it in. Turn away from worrying about what you don't want. Make peace with time. Make friends with time. Accept times, the thing we call delays, as a gift from the universe. Realize that every experience, every circumstance comes to further your life. Open to the idea that everything is truly right here, right now. Realize you don't have to invent anything. Realize that you don't have to force anything. Learn to see your life from your soul's perspective rather than your ego's perspective. Stop and look and listen to your soul's desire. It will tell you everything you need to know. And you might be surprised at what you find. You will find yourself, your holy, sacred, unchanging self. Because truly, there's nothing else that you can find. And so it is. And each week we have, during Faith in Action, we have an affirmation that coincides with our chapter. So let's say this together. I release any attachment to outcomes. When I align with my soul, I always get exactly what I need. Divine order prevails. I fly free. We're going to be really flying by the end of this. So next week, Reverend James will be back, and he is going to be talking about abiding in the joy of change. And I'm doing meditation. We'll have Ann Roach and Laurie and Lori Wood, and Soul Light Connection will be with us. So it's going to be a great Sunday. Hope to see you there. If you are looking for some prayer support, whether it is for a challenge or for something that you want to celebrate, our prayer chaplains are in the courtyard. They wear the white stoles, and they will be happy to spend some time with you. And so go find them and sit down and have a little chat. And we love to greet our newcomers, and in a moment I'm going to ask you to raise your hand. But first, if you're online, you can go to slcworld.org and click on the Connect and fill out the welcome card there, and then you can get on the mailing list and keep track of what we're doing. And if you're here in person, in a moment I'm going to ask you to raise your hand. But first, I just want you to know that there's many things that are going on here. So after you get your card, you can fill out the welcome card, take it to the welcome table, and get a little gift and find out more about SLC. Is there anyone with us for the very first time today? Oh, welcome. Thank you for...
Wait, that's not true. That's you in disguise. But we're going to go with it.
David is up here in front. And so we really appreciate seeing you with us today, and we hope that this is a good experience for you. And we love you, and we bless you, and we appreciate your being here with us. So... Now it is our opportunity to support Spiritual Life Center. And if you are online, you can text SLC Love to 44321. That's SLC Love to 44321. Or you can go to our website, slcworld.org, and click on the donate button. And of course, you can always mail in an offering as well if you choose to support us. Also, if you're online, click like, comment, share, subscribe, or if there's another option, do that too, because when you do that, you help spread this message, and we believe that this message is something that this world can really use right now. So send it out there, spread the love, spread the support. And so for those of you here with us today, whether you donate electronically or whether you are here with an offering, let us hold that up to the heavens and let us say our blessing together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. Thank you, God.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I used to see the world with a cynic's view. I thought the only thing relegated the lucky few. But now I know if you choose happiness,
making more room for God. Denise Anye.
Thank you, Denise. Just a reminder that the celebration of life for Ellen McCreary, who was, she was an ordained New Thought minister, and she did so many other things. She was with a Spiritual Life Center for many, many years. And so her celebration of life is Friday this coming Friday at 11 a.m. So if you want to come join and celebrate her life, we'll see you there. And, oh yes. I know what I'm supposed to do next. So we give thanks for the offerings and the support that Spiritual Life Center gives, because the giving and the receiving are part of the larger circle of love and life and joy and peace, is that as they come around, they feed each other, and every time someone gives and every time someone receives, the energy just grows and grows, again, like a pebble thrown into a pond, and the ripples just continue to go out and out. And we are so very grateful for all the support that Spiritual Life Center receives, because we have a special message here, and we want to keep going, and we are very, very grateful. And we bless the people who have put prayers in the prayer box, and we bless the prayers as well, because this is an asking. And when you ask, that is when you are open to receive. And even if you don't know exactly what it is, the universe knows and will bring the answer to you. And many times it will be in a way that you do not expect. But we know that just asking, an answer is already there, and that is the opening for that answer. And we send these prayers to Silent Unity for another 30 days to help solidify that request, and know that there is so much support in so many different ways. And we say, thank you, God. Amen. Now let's say our prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, I am, and all is well. Let's sing our peace song. Postlude. Have a beautiful week. May the joys of the world go with you.
Victor.
Times through the melody. Okay.